Happy day to you. Saturday where I am. Whatever day it is where you are, I hope you're remembering to breathe and smile. Shake off the past like it was yesterday. Maybe do a little hip swaying. Most of you already know I'm Angel. I'm here to check in with my body, keep in agreement with myself, and invite you to join me if you feel like it, to whatever degree you feel like it. I'm feeling pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. Feels good. I think we got a storm coming in, but right now it is gorgeous outside, so I'm enjoying that. It's doing a little free on whatever you're getting into. I'm going to go ahead and roll down, for starters, a little. Hey, you're still there. I almost gave up on you. Coming back to a standing position, bringing arms behind the back. I'm going to roll the shoulder blades. I'm still babying an injury over here in the rib cage, so I got to be gentle. Coming to that back counter stretch, I'm just going to kind of gently play with bringing the shoulders towards each other, elbows towards each other, pressing palms, pulling down gently on those fingers, pushing the hips forward. Just enjoying that slow, gentle stretch, and then coming back up to upright. I'm going to fold from the hips and bring those hands with me with a relatively flat back. Coming on down to a forward fold. And then I'm going to use the muscles of my arms to actively stretch through the shoulders, through the back, through the chest. Still rolling those shoulders towards each other, pressing palms, rolling elbows towards each other. Then I'm going to push from the feet, coming up again with a relatively flat back, from the hips into that gentle counter stretch again, pushing the hips forward. It's taking it nice and slow because I got a little injury there, as I mentioned. I'm going to let those hands go and shake them out because they go numb. Let's do a little more arm swinging just to loosen things up. Keeping it nice and mellow and easy today. I'm going to do a little crossing the body with the arm, using my right arm to pull on that left arm and then pulling that shoulder down. Just getting a nice stretch through the arm, letting that go. Bringing the other arm across the body, pulling with the right on the left and dropping that shoulder, letting that go. Again, across the body, dropping the shoulder. This time let's tilt the head a little bit over to that right. Enjoying some release, bringing that right arm across, dropping the shoulder and then tipping the head. Swinging those arms. I'm going to give myself a nice hug. Left elbow over right. Pulling those shoulder blades apart and then pulling back in the abdomen, up in the pelvic floor, rounding the spine. Giving those shoulders a little squeeze. And then releasing all that again from the hips into a forward fold. Just hanging here from the hips. That's below the waist. And then I'm going to come up again, this time right elbow over left. Give myself a nice hug. Pulling those shoulder blades apart. Pulling back in the abdomen, up in the pelvic floor. Really rounding the spine. Just enjoying that self-hug. And then releasing all of that again from the hips. Shake it out a little bit. Let's do a little twist over to the left. Using the right hand on the right or the left foot or leg for a little twist. Let's increase that a little bit. Raising that left arm. Enjoying a spinal twist. Nice hug to all the organs, and then coming back to neutral, to the center, and then pulling with the left arm on the right foot, getting a nice twist in that direction, raising that hand to increase that twist, nice internal hug, coming back to neutral or center, and then I'm going to roll up nice and slow, stacking one vertebrae on the next, just checking in with the spine. Let's do some shoulder rolls, breathing in on the way up. Releasing. And then the other way. Shake that out. Let's do some little circles with the hands on the wrists. Just checking in with the little bones and muscles. Sometimes underappreciated. So maybe those little guys do even more work than the big guys. We rely on them. Going the other way, just checking in with range of motion. Shake that out. I'm going to come into a wide straddle. First, move that blanket out of the way so I don't slip. I'm into a wide straddle and do some hip dips on each side. Stretching the inside of the leg, dipping on the left, dipping on the right, again on the left, and on the right. Just noticing how the two sides are different. You can play with shifting the feet, so pointing the toes towards each other. For me, that shifts the stretch a little more to the front of the thigh. Bringing those feet parallel, toes pointing straight out. And for me, that brings the stretch straight into the center of the inner thigh. You know, walk those heels in or the toes out a little further. And do a little dipping on that side. It kind of brings the stretch up in more into the hip socket for me. Just noticing. Exploring, listening to the body. I'm going to come on down into a one-sided lunge because I feel like it. I used to do this move a lot more often and haven't been. So I'm just kind of fumbling my way through it. I encourage you to listen to your own body, follow what feels good in your body. I was going to do a little twist there, but my rib injury is saying, no, I don't think you are. So I'm just going to push a little bit gently with this elbow and, modify that stretch for now. And then pushing up on that side. Coming into a forward fold from a straddle position. Pushing up. And let's come down on the other side. Bending on the right, down over that leg, long left side. Maybe on this side I can hook that arm under the knee for a little additional twist. I like to reach behind and clasp hands, kind of hooking this knee under the elbow. That gives a really nice stretch through the shoulders. I could do it on this side. The other side was like, oh, no, not yet. Gotta heal those ribs up first. And again, bringing hands down, straightening that leg, coming into a forward fold. Let's go over to the left side, pointing both feet to the left, draping the body over that front leg, ending my chin for my toes. And I'm going to slide that back foot out and come into a nice deep lunge. Just exploring that range of motion. Bringing both hands on the inside of that leg. You can deepen that lunge a little bit. And then pushing up, straightening both legs. I'm going to walk through the center bringing both feet facing forward, and then both feet facing the right, and draping the body over that side. Forward fold over the right leg. I'm using both hands on either side of that foot for a little bit of support, and then I'm going to deepen that, sliding that back foot out, bringing both hands. We'll start on either side of that foot in a deep lunge, and then bringing those hands on the inside of that leg for a little bit deeper lunge. Straightening both legs again and pivoting both feet to the front, coming into a nice forward fold in a straddle position. I'm going to play around a little bit more with twisting over to the left. Let's raise that left hand, get a nice twist, and then back to center, looking behind the body, and then over to the right, pulling with the left hand, raising that right hand, enjoying a nice spinal twist from this position. Just noticing the little variations, listening to the body, coming back to center. I'm going to bend the knees and roll up one vertebra at a time, stacking on the next, just checking in with the spine. Shake that out. Let's rock those feet back together. I'm going to bring my weight over to my right side and bring this left knee up toward left shoulder. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing that supporting side, tucking the tailbone under a little bit. Let's do some little ankle rotations on this side for good measure. Just checking in with the little bones again. We'll do some medium circles from the knee. Focused on relaxing that supporting foot as much as possible, not counter leaning if possible. Really trying to stay nice and long and strong from that supporting side all the way up through the core. Let's do some big circles from the hips. Trying to remember to breathe and smile. Let's go the other way. And then I'm going to bring that knee back up toward the shoulder. Again, checking in with the tailbone tuck and the relaxed supporting side. Reach for the bottom of this foot and just press a little bit with the toes on the hands and stretch through the backs of the shoulders that way. And then I'm going to pull back with those shoulders and straighten that leg as much as possible. Just enjoying a forward fold in the air. And release with the right and bring that out to the left side. Exploring that range of motion a little bit. Bending that knee, bringing that foot in close to the groin, and swinging this knee out. Still tucking that tailbone under, relaxing the shoulders. Bring the palms together and imagine myself hitting the top of the dome. A short and stocky tree on a short and stocky mountain. Enjoying a warm winter breeze, what we seem to have going on right now. Pre-storm, I hear there's a polar vortex on the way. It must be the warm before the storm here today. I'm enjoying it. Might as well enjoy it. Can get what you get and like it, or pout and miss out, I like to say. I try to get what I get and like it. Bringing my weight over to the left. Bring this right knee up toward right shoulder, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing that supporting foot, tucking the tailbone under. Let's do a little ankle rotation on this side. Still trying to remember to breathe and smile. Let's do some medium circles from the knee. Still working to relax that supporting side and try not to counter lean. Stay nice and long and strong through the core. Let's do some big circles from the hips, noticing the ka-chunks and hitches in the giddy hip, how the two sides do vary. And the other way. Bringing that knee back up toward the shoulder. Working again to relax that supporting foot. Tuck the tailbone under, relaxing the shoulders. I'm going to reach for the bottom of this foot and enjoy a little stretch through the backs of the shoulders. Pressing that toe down, just letting go through the arms. And then I'm going to pull the arms back up. Again, checking in with the tailbone, checking in with the bottom of that supporting foot. And straightening that leg as much as possible. I encourage you to use a wall or a doorway for support if need be, or try this laying on the floor if the balance is too much to get into today, and just explore the stretch of it. Release on the left and bring that out to the right side a little bit, exploring that hip socket. And then bending that knee, setting this foot in close to the groin, pushing this knee out, tucking the tailbone under. Keep thinking I hear my kitty friend over there trying to get in, but I think it's my imagination, just my imagination. Bringing palms together, imagining myself a young spry tree on a medium-aged mountain. Covered in dancing, playful breezes. Releasing all of that, stepping it out a little bit. Shake it out. I'm going to do a little more arm swinging, which is where I started. Feels good in my body, so yeah, try to do what feels good in your body. I'll do what feels good in my body, and the world will be a little bit better. That's my strategy. I hope you're remembering to love yourself. It's the love weekend. I think it's an interesting holiday that sometimes makes people, I hesitate there because it doesn't make people, right? But sometimes people focus on Valentine's Day and use that as a reason to feel extra lonely. And I encourage you, whether you have a significant other in your life or whether you have the significant you in your life only, like of course you have the significant you in your life is what I'm trying to say, and loving yourself is every bit as important as loving others. And in fact, I pose that we can't really love others any better than we can love ourselves, and others cannot really love us any better than we love ourselves. So I encourage you to be loving to yourself, be loving to others, and embrace this weekend of love in whatever way feels good to you. I hope that you do give a little more time and attention to loving yourself and others, because why not? You're worth it. We're worth it. We're all in this together. I do wish you a fine, soothing, spectacular Saturday. Juan, Quick, Roca, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Ciao for now.